Hi! So today I will make these three simple card designs, and for this I'm gonna need some watercolor paper because I'm gonna use watercolor, and I'm using my Winsor & Newton here. This is just a custom palette that I made. Then I have some pens, different sizes, and I have a white jelly roll in case I want to add more details. Then I have different sizes of brushes, extra palette, some clean water, and I have a paper towel just to clean my brushes. So I will stick to these very easy and nice designs, so it will be also enjoyable but not really hard to make. For the first one I will use some yellows and reds and oranges. So let's pre-wet our watercolors so it will be way more easier. And I will start making some heart shapes, and I will try to be a bit quicker so the colors will bleed in each other. And I didn't sketch anything because I really want to have very free style. So I'm adding extra water to make sure it's wet enough, because I want my second heart to just touch it here and make a nice transition here. And you can just push it a little bit like this. I am not bothering if my hearts are not completely symmetrical. Okay, so we are adding extra water if we want to keep it wet and nice, and then we keep adding some circles, and you can choose any colors. You don't have to stick to my palette. So like this. And let's say we want a small one or a big one. You can just make different sizes, it's absolutely fine. And you can improvise and make maybe a blue one or greens. So you can definitely just make different colors. And then let's make one more row here like this, and I will grab more water. Okay, some yellow. Okay, maybe something more red. And more water. And I really don't bother here about the water and do I use too much water or do I use too less. I'm just throwing in colors and I let them bleed like this. Okay, now I will wait for this one to dry completely before I continue. So while I'm waiting for my first card to dry, I am going to just paint another one. And for this I want to use this tape. So I want to make a heart shape. So let's see if we can manage like this, and then to the other side, and then here.
И аз говорям.
И ти ли искаш да говориш, мами?
Да.
So I have my daughter with me now. She's also creating next to me. So if you hear another voice, that's gonna be her. Okay, let's continue here.
Мами, аз искам вода, топка на нещо друго да рисува. Да топка вода.
Още вода ли искаш? Добре. Искаш ли да ти дам от моята да опиташ?
Да.
Okay. So we are talking Bulgarian here, but I will give my explanations in English. So she just needed clean water. Okay, then I just keep trying here to make my heart. And again, I'm not bothering if my both sides of my heart are not completely the same. Okay, maybe like
Мами, какво
this.
правиш?
Мами рисува едно сърце. Да видим сега дали ще стане. Искаш ли? Okay, let's say like this. I will grab my brush number 10. I have some leftover paint here, so I will reactivate it with extra water and I will reuse it. And I'm making a mess, but that's fine. So here I will just go very fast like this, just to have my heart shape. Empty. And I really make it in a very sketchy way. I add a lot of water because you will see in a second what I want to do. I'm gonna use wet on wet technique to make a very nice effect. So I'm gonna tap with my brush and a very concentrated paint like this, so the paint will bleed in the water and it will just make a very nice values. And you can see how it bleeds. I hope you can see it. And then I will go to the sides like this.
Мами,
Да.
виж, не става като този червено.
Искаш ли да вземеш друга боя?
Да.
Окей. Може да си измиеш четката. Измий четката и ще ти дам хартийка от моята хартийка да избършиш. Окей. Ето тук може да избършиш. Така. Сега си намокри четката и вземи червена боя ли искаш? Или искаш друга четка?
Не, намокря.
Now I will leave this to dry and then we'll continue. Okay, while the other two are drying, I will make here a loose sketch of Valentine letter. So let's see what I can do. I will just make like a rectangular.
Можеш to трябва да съкне его від слънцето.
Точно, мами.
Слънцето е много топло.
Добре.
Трябва всичките хатики този е много мокра хатика. Там е на мама и там е моята.
Yeah. So I am just making with my pinky water a shape of an open envelope, and then I will just draw my shape like this. So I am throwing paint on the edges, and then I will add these lines so it looks like a letter envelope. And because watercolor will be lighter when it dries, I will just go around one more time with more concentrated paint on my brush and just add more of these lines like this, and then I will leave this to dry. Okay, now what we are going to do, we will go back to our first one and check if it's completely dry, so we can sketch with our pen. I am using Pigma Micron 05. It's waterproof, so in case I want to add extra watercolor, then it will not bleed. What I want to do now is to add some outlines, and I do it in a very sketchy way like this. Точно така очертаваме сърцата. So if you want to include your kid in this creative exercise, try to not be perfect with your lines, so your kid will feel also good about what he or she is doing. Because if you are trying to make perfect lines and your kid can't, then the kid will probably feel not very comfortable that she couldn't make it as good as mommy. Okay? Se ли получава? And you have to make sure that you have to make sure that the watercolor is completely dry, otherwise you can see that sometimes the pen doesn't really work because it just gets the water from the paper. Okay. Now I will switch my pen. I want to make a frame. Around it. And the other thing I want to do here is to add some circles. circles and dots all around our hearts. I will try to make some groups so it will be more dense. Происходит?
Опа.
Да. Може да направиш с бялото тук вътре в сърчицата. You can use white jelly pen to add some details on top of your watercolor. Готово ли е това? Може би още малко тук кръгчета. Така харесва ли?
Колко е това бялото?
Не пише ли? Sometimes the jelly roll can get stuck, so you can try another one. And it happens if the watercolor is not completely dry. Ето, мама, искаш ли да напишеш? Върху боичката трябва.
Къде?
Ето тук върху сърчицата.
Не.
Не? Окей. Дай да затворим. So we have a first Valentine's card. I don't know if you can actually see the lines, but this one is quite nice. Then this one is still wet. So we will leave it to dry a bit more, and maybe we can draw on this one.
Аз виждам нещо сухо.
Okay, so now we will draw on our envelope, and what I want to do, let's see if we actually need a new pen. Let's grab this one. This is Pigma Micron 03, and I am gonna sketch weekly an outline of the envelope, and then I will also add these lines like this, so you can imagine that this is our open envelope, and then we will make it like we have hearts coming out of our envelope and flying away, and you can make big one and small ones just all over your page like this. The last step will be just to add some dots. So you can let your kid add some dots on the hearts. Or you can let the kid draw hearts. It really depends on how old is your kid. Mine is 3 years old, so she likes just making random shapes and dots. Супер. Готово ли?
И вижда си мен.
Вижда се, да. Да, това си ти. Изчакай сега да рисуваме. Сега. Now we are gonna make a sketchy frame. I really like this last final touch. Да, и нагоре. Видите? Super. So I think
Готово.
this one is ready, and let's see what happens here. If this one is ready, we are gonna remove the tape and see what shape, it's only one, we have. Ooh, what is quality?
This is Smiley Happy.
And now what I want to do is I will again make sketchy outline. I will make 2 of them. Then you can let the kit add some details. Care spalite. Не, нико натискай така. Само прави чертички и точици. И леко. Искам по-леко, за да не се щупи тънкописеца, окей? You can explain to your kid how to use your materials, or if you want to leave the kid feel completely free, then you can buy something cheaper, so you will not feel pain when you see how your kid uses your supplies. Готово ли? Не го натискаме, а правим само точки и линейки.
Готово.
Okay, she said it's ready. So
Готово.
and we will make our last one. Okay. So чакай така малко по-навътре. Ето така да се вижда. So for the last one, I asked her what is her favorite thing. So she said she likes the rainbow. So I will just pre-wet my palette again. Okay. And then she will make the rainbow. Ето тук може да избършиш. Тук може да избършиш. Нямаш оранжево. Нека да направим оранжево. So she said she needs orange, and for this we are gonna mix some yellow and red, because I don't have orange on my palette, but that's okay because we can make it.
Yay!
После измий четката.
Жълто само.
So she likes painting the rainbow. Okay. Няма място ли? Окей, искаш ли да го направим? Ето така, тук вътре. Или искаш да има голяма дъга така? So you can always help if they need help, or if they ask, or just enjoy the process together and let them experiment. So we just made this for Valentine's card with my daughter here, so 4 hands this time, and we enjoyed it a lot. So if you are a creative and you are searching for something to do with your kid in this period of the year when it's full of viruses and you just need something to do, it's a nice exercise. It's also relaxing for you, and you let the kid get a little bit of creative time together with you. So we have these 4 cards now, and I hope you liked the video. Thanks so much for watching. It would be extremely helpful if you subscribe for my channel and like the video, so I can keep growing my small art business, so I can create more and more tutorials for you. See you next week. Bye.